Welcome. My name is Todd Hutchison, and in this session we're going to extend that reject and replace technique that we talked about that actually manages the past to now how we start programming our brain. One of the most effective ways I have found to program the brain is through self-talk, which is called affirmations. In fact, when I go in a workplace and people have been on the way out, they're being ready to be sacked and the bosses have brought me in to deal with those people, I can turn them around really fast by setting some affirmations for them that if they're saying all the time, that actually becomes a part of their belief and value systems of which can turn them around. And the feedback I get from bosses is, wow, I don't know what you've done, but wow, 2 weeks ago that was a very different person. And what is that? Because self-talk can change some of the programming we have. So if you're not feeling confident, we can use self-talk to actually bring that confidence back. But the technique is this. We say every day in perfect ways. Now, they used to say every day in every way, but if your affirmation was about getting wealthy, then you could have a car accident, have an injury and get paid out and become wealthy. So we don't want that. We only want perfect ways. So we're telling the brain, find the best possible ways that safeguard us. So we start with every day in perfect ways, and then you basically say I am, and you're actually coming up with what you want, and then you actually explain the benefit you get from it. So if I'm not feeling very confident, I might say every day in perfect ways I'm getting more confident, feeling stronger, and that makes me get better results in the workplace. Or every day in perfect ways I'm getting fitter and healthier, and that gives me lots of energy to do the things I want to do. So when you're looking at that format, just note that when you div it with emotion, the brain then knows it's important. So I'd say every day in perfect ways, I'm getting fitter and healthier, and that makes me have more energy to do the things I want to do. So what we recommend you do is when you write out your affirmation, you start saying it with emotion, and you actually say it 6 times in a row. And what that does is really starts getting it in the system. And if you get in the habit of saying it every day in the same time, whether it's when you're driving your car, when you're in the shower, you get in a bit of a routine, that is how you're starting to program your mind. And you might hear the saying, fake it till you make it. Well, that's what's actually happening here. See, what you're saying to yourself, your brain's then subconscious is taking on, okay, that's me. And because that's you, that becomes an impact on the behaviors and actions you're taking, which then changes your results. It goes back to whatever we think impacts our behaviors and actions and gives us our results. But this is where you're programming. You can get rid of things that aren't working for you. So make a list of what's not working for you, what you want, and then you create the affirmation designed for the brain to actually take it as an instruction. Now that becomes important not to say things that are not true. Because if I am overweight and I say every day in perfect ways, I'm slim, I'm this, I am, if it's something that you're not here today, then the brain might argue. But if I say every day in perfect ways, I'm getting slimmer, I'm getting healthier, I'm reaching my ultimate weight, you're telling and talking about the future. So the brain goes, oh, are you? Okay, I will help you with that. So it's important to say things that are actually true today, because there is a movement out there that says I am, and of course if you say it enough, the brain starts believing it. But what we're trying to do is fast track you, because if I say I'm skinny when I'm actually clearly overweight, then the brain's going to come back and fight it. So why do that? Why we just not convince it that it can't fight us back? Because we might say every day we're getting slimmer, and therefore it goes, well done, are you? Awesome. And therefore allows you to then start building the belief systems you need to get you into a better future position.